50 Cent just leaked the first part of his special documentary about T, and the video is very shocking. It is so bad that it could end T's career forever. The rapper T's reaction is totally crazy and out of control. People say T is very sad, he is crying, and he is begging 50 Cent to remove it before the damage cannot be fixed. In this video we go deep into T's reaction, what the documentary showed, and why this leak is making the whole music world talk more than ever before. Get ready for the complete story behind one of the biggest and most explosive moments in hip-hop drama. To understand what is happening now, we need to go back to how it all started. And it started with Verzuz. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when Verzuz battles were the most exciting thing in music and everyone was stuck at home watching big artists battle hit for hit, T decided he wanted to join and battle 50 Cent. The start of this fight happened during the COVID-19 pandemic when T kept calling out 50 Cent many times for a Verzuz battle. But the G-Unit boss 50 Cent did not give T much attention and just laughed at his requests. On 50 Cent's 45th birthday, T went on Instagram to say happy birthday, but he used it to challenge him again, saying, "Pull your ass up with 20 of your records, man. Sit across from me, man." And T did not stop there. He also made a joke about the time in 2007 when Kanye West sold more albums than 50 Cent in their famous chart battle between Graduation and Curtis. That was the first attack. 50 Cent did not take the bait and did not respond. In 2021, 50 Cent said no to the idea of doing Verzuz and explained it did not make sense anymore because the platform was mostly for the pandemic time. He told the Morning Hustle that once people could go outside again, he did not understand why anyone was still doing Verzuz and that was the end of it, or so people thought. 5 years passed, no battle happened, the bad feelings were still there but it was quiet. Then in February 2026, T started talking again. The Atlanta rapper pushed harder on his challenge to 50 Cent. During a live episode of Nightcap in San Francisco on Friday, February 6, the podcast hosted by Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco Johnson, things got interesting. T told Shannon and Chad his side of the Verzuz story. He said he first wanted to battle Gucci Mane, but when Gucci battled Jeezy instead, he changed his mind and wanted 50 Cent. In the episode, Tip said when he talked to Swizz Beatz about doing Verzuz, he told him his number one choice was 50 Cent. He said, "I said I wanted 50, he don't want no smoke though, I called my man out, he don't want no smoke, he ducking smoke." That video clip went viral fast. It was all over social media in just hours. And it did not take long for 50 Cent to see it. Then came his appearance on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. T said on that podcast that the two of them had agreed to do a Verzuz battle and the plan was for Tip to announce it to the public. According to T, they planned for him to tell everyone. But when he did, 50 Cent acted like he did not know anything. T went on $1 Million Worth of Game on February 22 and said that while they were traveling around Hollywood making TV and movie deals, 50 Cent seemed interested in doing Verzuz in private. But on social media he said something different. According to T, that was when things turned bad. Now here is how 50 Cent answered in his classic style. He did not argue about Verzuz, he did not call T a liar, instead he went in a completely different direction. 50 Cent answered T's challenge by posting a video of his Crime Stoppers Atlanta advertisement on Instagram, which made people think T is a snitch. The caption said, "I know Atlanta pick and choose who they support, but y'all got to do better. Lol, keep my name out your mouth." That was the move. 50 Cent did not talk about music. He skipped the music talk and attacked T's character. The G-Unit leader also suggested T is a snitch by posting a clip of him testifying in court in 2008, 2 years after his friend and assistant Philante Johnson was shot and killed after a show in Cincinnati. That really hurt. T answered online and it was clear this was no longer just about Verzuz. T wrote, "You playing on my name when only one of us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork right and my transcript is available online. Your excuses is useless. Get your hoe ass in the box or SDFU and live in fear. You soft son, you've lost my respect." That answer changed everything. This was no longer about who has better songs. This became personal and it was about to get much worse because 50 Cent was going to bring T's family into the fight. Once both sides started calling each other snitches, the beef went from music disagreement to a full personal war. And 50 Cent made the first move that brought family in. The back and forth on social media between 50 Cent and T started a new fight between 50 Cent and T's son, King Harris. After 50 Cent shared a bad photo of T's wife, Tiny Harris, King started trolling 50 Cent and even mentioned 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson. 50 Cent posted an unflattering photo of Tameka Tiny Harris performing on Instagram and wrote a warning for T to keep his name out of his mouth. 50 Cent seemed to reply by posting an unflattering picture of T's wife with the caption, "I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth. Okay." Then he posted another one, a meme with Tiny and her son King, and that made King Harris very angry. Now King Harris is 21 years old. T's 21-year-old son has been known to the public since he was a child because of his parents' reality TV show. When he saw 50 Cent attacking his mother, he did not stay quiet. King Harris went on Instagram to defend his mother with many posts. He talked about 50 Cent's old beefs, the time 50 Cent was shot in 2000, old claims of domestic violence against 50 Cent, and more. And then King went too far. Even his father later said it was too much. King went live on Instagram with a very bad, curse-filled rant that attacked 50 Cent's late mother Sabrina Jackson, who died when 50 Cent was only 8 years old. Later, King wore a t-shirt with Sabrina Jackson's face on it. That t-shirt was the moment. King Harris made and posted a video wearing a shirt with the face of 50 Cent's dead mother, and he shared it on social media for everyone to see. It was part of one of his diss tracks videos. While all this was happening online, T and his sons were also working in the studio. The big public fight between the two rappers took over social media in February when the Harris family, T and his sons Damani and King, released many diss tracks against 50 Cent. T dropped the first one called The Right One. T was not being nice. He called 50 Cent a 5-0 dispatcher, which means he called him a snitch, and he made fun of him as someone who acts tough only on the internet. Then he released more tracks, War, Lessons, and What Bully. In those songs he gave very hard hits to the 50-year-old 50 Cent. King Harris also released his own diss track called Made Man. Damani Harris, T's other son, dropped his own track too. So between T, King, and Damani, many diss tracks came out against 50 Cent in February. Meanwhile, 50 Cent did what 50 Cent always does. When it comes to rapping, this fight has been one-sided. T kept dropping diss tracks, but 50 Cent chose social media trolling instead of going to the studio. He was not making rap songs, he was posting memes, trolling, deleting posts, and posting more. 50 Cent removed many Instagram posts about T and King Harris in the last few days. But the biggest move from King Harris was not a song, it was paperwork. King Harris posted what he said were FBI documents. He said these papers show that 50 Cent worked with federal police. King posted supposed FBI papers on social media saying rapper Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson helped federal investigators in the 2009 murder investigation of Lil Mac Fletcher. The documents are dated October 12, 2009 and look like an FBI interview report. The report says Jackson told agents he was scared for his life and named James Jimmy Henchman Rosemond. The papers King shared said the phone used for an anonymous tip was linked to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and Jackson said he made the call because he was afraid after Mac Fletcher died. King posted it with the caption, "I got 21 question but just answer this one. So who was load em y'all know?" He added, "Is this who called my pops a rat with no black and white? Well, here's yours, sir." That post spread everywhere. It went on all platforms and turned the whole snitch story around. 50 Cent called T a snitch. Now King Harris showed papers that say 50 Cent himself helped the feds. Whether the papers are real or not, just having them public did damage. This is when the father-son beef became something they could not control anymore. By now, the beef went from a versus disagreement to a full family war that was everywhere on the internet. T dropped 4 diss tracks. King and Damani each dropped 1. King posted FBI papers. He wore a t-shirt with 50 Cent's dead mother. Everything went out of control, and that is when T finally spoke. T spoke for the first time after his ongoing beef with 50 Cent. After the G-Unit rapper attacked his wife Tiny Harris and his son King, he went on the Ebro in the morning show with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg and gave his full side for the first time. The host asked him straight, does he like his sons getting involved? His answer was clear. "No, I don't enjoy it," T said when asked if he liked his kids' responses. "I spent so much time trying to get this Lil N **A off the ledge, now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teaching that I've been teaching." That is a strong statement from T. He spent years trying to keep King out of trouble and teaching him good character. This beef gave King a reason to forget all that teaching. T knew it. But at the same time, T was not going to reject what his sons did. He understood why. He said, "The one thing I am proud of is that the women and children in our family see that it's a line of men that's here against whoever the F ever. I'm here to defend, I'm here to protect what's ours. I die in the streets about this S*** here." That shows the two sides T was dealing with. He is proud his son stood up for their mother. He is not proud of how far it went. When the hosts asked when did it go too far, T answered fast. T pointed to the video of King wearing the shirt with 50 Cent's dead mother. "I said, that's enough when I seen that t-shirt." The Atlanta rapper said that was the line for him. The t-shirt with Sabrina Jackson's face was when things crossed too far. "I said that's enough. When I seen that damn t-shirt I said, man, chill out. I'm big on treating people the way I want to be treated." T also spoke in a TMZ interview around the same time. "Man, that's so last week, man. The only thing I have to say, it's very unfortunate, but honestly I wasn't here to defeat. I was here to defend. I'm just happy that the women and children in my family know that there's a line of men that's ready to stand and protect from whoever against whoever." He also talked about the bigger picture and the quietness we see now from 50 Cent. What would have happened if that quietness was practiced at the beginning? Absolutely nothing. We wouldn't be here. That is something to think about. T is saying if 50 Cent had ignored the Versa's talk like he did for years, none of this would have happened. Instead, 50 Cent chose to post the Crime Stoppers video. He chose to call T a snitch. He chose to post Tiny's photo. And all that started a chain. Sons got involved, diss tracks came out, FBI papers were posted, dead mothers were brought up. But while T was talking about the beef slowing down, 50 Cent was getting ready for something much bigger. The diss tracks and memes were just the start. What came next was the biggest move, and it had nothing to do with music. On March 5, 2026, 50 Cent made a move that changed everything. He took it from Instagram and diss tracks to something permanent and much more damaging. In a post on Instagram on Thursday, March 5 that he later deleted, 50 Cent shared a screenshot of a news headline that said 50 Cent reportedly developing Surviving T and Tiny documentary, which seemed to confirm the story. His caption was very smart. He wrote, "Remember how quiet I got before the Diddy doc? Dame thought I wasn't coming. I hope this doesn't mess up your promo tour. They're going to ask about your 20 sexual assault cases. You might want to talk to a crisis PR person. Let that sink in." 50 Cent did not just threaten a documentary, he compared it to the Diddy documentary, and everyone knows what that means. The Diddy reference is important. 50 Cent was executive producer of a Netflix documentary series on Sean Diddy Combs that came out in late 2025. Many people in hip-hop say that project helped speed up Diddy's public problems. The message is clear: 50 Cent has done this before and he can do it again. Insiders say 50 Cent is working on a documentary called Surviving T and Tiny. The project would look again at old sexual misconduct claims made by many women against T and Tiny. These are not new claims. T and Tiny have always denied them. The claims are from 2005 to 2015 and include sexual assault, drugging, and other bad behavior from many women. Most of the lawsuits connected to them were thrown out in court. But old claims do not mean a documentary cannot hurt a lot. A documentary looking at these claims about him and Tiny, even if the case is lost in court, would be very bad timing and very strong against him. The time he announced this was not random. T is getting ready to release his last album, Kill the King. This is supposed to be his retirement album, his final work, his big ending. 50 Cent is now threatening to ruin that whole moment with a documentary about sexual assault claims. Is the documentary real? That is what everyone is asking. It is not 100% confirmed. 50 Cent posted a headline saying it is in development, then deleted the post and used his words to make it sound real, but no official announcement came. Because 50 Cent has a history of trolling on social media and then actually doing projects, both possibilities are open, and that is the problem. But one thing about Curtis Jackson, he has followed through before. The Diddy documentary was real, it had big impact, it came after a long time of being quiet that people thought meant he gave up. The title, Surviving T and Tiny, copies the Surviving R. Kelly style on purpose. It is the same plan 50 Cent used that hurt Diddy badly, just the name tells you what kind of documentary it will be. It is made to feel like exposure and accountability like the others. T and Tiny have been accused by over 30 women and one man of drugging, kidnapping, and sexual assault in a pattern. They strongly deny it all. Those are the claims 50 Cent would show in detail. And even without criminal guilty verdicts, a documentary on a big streaming site that millions watch is a different kind of judgment. 50 Cent also posted the theme song for his new Starz show Power Origins and used it as another shot at the Harris family. His caption was, "They are going to learn to leave me alone." This is the change. 50 Cent moved from just trolling to real production. He is not only posting memes, he is using his power as one of the biggest TV producers to turn a documentary into a weapon against his enemy. That changes the whole game. So how did T respond to the documentary threat? When the threat came, everyone looked at T. Would he get scared? Would he try to make peace? Would he go silent? He did none of that. Rapper T said he is ready to take the beef higher if 50 Cent wants. In a video, the King of the South made it clear he is not scared of a documentary or anything else. Instead, Tip called it a fair fight. T posted a video and said, "We can go bar for bar, hit for hit, or doc for doc. Either way, all you going to do is show how much of a FN AU is. Let's play. Nobody fears you over here, boo boo." That answer shows T's mind. He is not backing down. He is telling 50 Cent to go ahead and make the documentary, and he is saying if it happens, he will make one back. Whether T really can make a big documentary like 50 Cent, who has Starz, Netflix, and a full production team, is another question. T does not have that same power, but the way T is acting is strong and not afraid. Meanwhile, in music, T is winning. His song Let Him Know, featuring Pharrell Williams, is one of the biggest hits of early 2026. It is #1 on urban radio and on many charts from Instagram to Billboard. The beef did not hurt his music rollout. It actually kept his name hot during one of the most important promo times of his career. The beef continues as T's new song, Let Him Know, reaches #1 this week on urban radio. It is the lead single for his coming album, Kill the King. So T has the #1 song, the press tour, the attention, and he is using every second. On the other side, 50 Cent has not dropped a real diss track. Even though T tried hard to pull him into a rap battle, 50 Cent made it clear he will not go back to the studio for that. He posted a fake funny award certificate on Instagram that said it goes to old rappers still trying to battle rap. He wrote, "I don't need me to rap, you need me to rap." That is 50 Cent telling T he will not fight on T's rules. He will not trade rap lines. He will use his TV empire and production company to fight on a different level. The track he did release, No One Told Us What We're Here For, featuring Leon Thomas, was really for Power Origins. But 50 Cent used the lyrics to answer T and his whole family. So even when 50 Cent makes music, he makes sure it does two things: promotes his show and attacks his enemy. 50 Cent is in a strong position here. Now let's talk about King Harris specifically because the title of this video asks if King Harris is begging 50 Cent to stop leaking T's documentary before it destroys everything, and that needs to be looked at. Here is what we know. King Harris went as hard as anyone in this beef. He wore the t-shirt, he posted the FBI documents, he dropped diss tracks, he said things about 50 Cent's mother that most people would never say in public. And then the documentary threat came and things changed. T also said he does not like his son King dropping diss tracks and that he has been teaching good character to his family. 50 Cent has not answered strongly yet except for a few memes that he deleted. But there are rumors that he might really be making the documentary. T himself told King to stop. He drew the line at the t-shirt and told him to calm down. While he was proud his family stood together, he admitted he told King to back off after the shirt. "I'm big on treating people the way I want to be treated, so I don't want to see my children doing others like that." The question now is whether King's actions, the t-shirt, the FBI papers, the diss tracks, helped push 50 Cent to announce the documentary. There is a good argument that King going so far gave 50 Cent the reason to go all the way nuclear. When you bring a man's dead mother into a fight, you open the door for that man to use everything he has. And for 50 Cent, everything he has is not a rap verse. It is a production company, a history of making documentaries, and access to every big streaming platform. This latest documentary announcement may be the biggest move yet. If it really happens, it could be 50 Cent's final weapon in the feud. The rapper-turned-media boss has shown he knows how to get huge attention with documentaries. And that is where things are right now. T is promoting his album, 50 Cent is teasing a documentary, King Harris has become much quieter than he was in February, and the whole hip-hop world is watching what happens next. Hip-hop is watching this very carefully. The question is not only if the documentary is real, it is whether 50 Cent can repeat what he did to Diddy and whether T has the public relations power to handle the damage. If 50 Cent goes through with it, this beef moves from Instagram to Netflix or Stars, and that is a completely different level. Diss tracks disappear, social media posts get deleted, but a documentary stays on streaming forever and algorithms show it to millions of people who maybe never heard the old claims. But if 50 Cent is just bluffing and he is famous for trolling, then T gets through it, releases his album, and ends his career the way he wants. If it is a bluff, T can say he faced a big threat and came out fine. Either way, one thing is clear. This beef started with a versus battle that never happened, and now it has grown into something that could follow the Harris family for years. King Harris went to war for his parents, T went to war for his wife, and 50 Cent has been sitting back letting them swing while he builds something that could hit much harder than any diss track. The only question left is this: will 50 Cent actually release the documentary, or was this all just another move in the longest chess game in hip-hop? We will find out soon. And every part from your original text is now in simple words, nothing skipped.